Hey everyone, it's Flakfire. Battlefield's official YouTube page just released a trailer spotlighting vehicles in the upcoming game. The video's only a couple minutes long, but it is chock full of information, so here's what you might have missed. This Tank Mark V has capacity for 3 players, just like we saw in Battlefield 1's Alpha. I mention this now because it will be important later on. This is our first real glimpse of motorcycle gameplay in Battlefield 1. Looking at the handlebar assembly, the rider's probably driving a Harley-Davidson, but it's not clear if it's equipped with a sidecar like we've seen in the game's concept art and other trailers. The US government alone bought tens of thousands of motorcycles during World War I. I mentioned earlier the Tank Mark V in the Alpha only had 3 slots. Here's why. This landship clearly has 5 total available spaces. This means we'll likely be able to choose specific setups for our tanks, which includes adding additional guns or positions. Here's a vehicle model for one of the light cars in Battlefield 1. If you look closely, the model's file identifies it as a Dodge Scout car. Dodge manufactured several thousand cars in various configurations during World War I at the cost of about $785 apiece. Here we're seeing some familiar airplanes in the Fokker DR-1 triplane and the Gotha bomber from the Battlefield 1 Alpha, but I want to draw attention to the paint schemes on the airplanes. They are absolutely gorgeous. Many pilots during World War I painted their airplanes for identification and personalization purposes. It looks like we'll also be able to do the same. Our point of view here is from something called an artillery truck, but more on that later. Here's our first glimpse at a new multiplayer map in Battlefield 1. It's obviously set in the desert and might be the one showcased at the upcoming Battlefield Squads event on the 16th. I somewhat doubt this, however, because there appears to be a river or canal here, meaning it could be the rumored Suez Canal map. And if we look over here to the right, there does look like a silhouette of a Dreadnought battleship. The map that we're supposed to see at Battlefield Squads is supposed to feature the armored train Behemoth. This also appears to be the flag of the Ottoman Empire. In this shot, we're looking at the same MG-15NA we saw in the last trailer, but with a different low-weight tag. This further cements the idea that the gun in the weapons trailer wasn't actually suppressed, but intended to suppress. Those suppressors did technically exist at the time. The logo on the top of the gun here hopefully confirms the return of emblems as a customization option for our soldiers. This Renault FT has a different turret than the model we've previously seen. It may be the FT75BS, which in reality was a self-propelled gun. It carried the upgraded 75mm cannon compared to the standard 37mm gun or Hotchkiss light machine gun and was intended to defeat fortifications and strongpoints. Here's another glimpse of a desert map and a railway for the armored Behemoth. Here, a Sopwith Camel equipped with unguided rockets chases what looks like a Halberstadt CL-2. This is an Italian Caproni heavy bomber, probably a CA-3. The tri-engine airplane carried a crew of 4. Here's another look at that Renault FT75BS, which seems to confirm its role as a heavy tank or self-propelled gun. For this shot, we get to see the aircraft's rockets in action, which is new. This shot of the St. Quentin Scar map confirms the addition of horses on the map, as well as the M1918 trench knife. Here we can see the customization menu for the pilot class, and it looks like you will be able to select different perks and a ground weapon for each vehicle. Completely out of left field here is the Nagant Revolver Carbine. I know very little about this gun except to say that it's based on the Russian Nagant M1895 revolver. This weapon here is the Frommer-Stopp auto pistol, which we will see in the next shot. Although it contains the word auto, the word here is used to indicate it's semi-automatic, as opposed to fully automatic in how we'd use that term today. We can also see the option to select a package for each vehicle, which may mean we can choose different weapons. For example, in the case of the Tank Mark V, trading in the 6-pounder guns for Hotchkiss light machine guns and 2 additional passenger slots. It looks like we can also customize the paint. Here we see that Dodge Scout car in action, equipped with a Vickers machine gun. In this shot, we see what the new artillery truck can really do. Its large cannon is making quick work of a tank. The other usable weapon appears to be a Hotchkiss machine gun, and also visible here are anti-tank mines. And that's all I've got. I was surprised not to see any horses in the trailer, but hopefully we'll get to see them during the Battlefield Squads event on August 16th at 12 p.m. Pacific. Of course, if you notice something I missed in the trailer, please tell me in the comments below. Also, tell me what you think of the new information. If you enjoyed this video, consider sharing on social media like Facebook and Twitter, and of course, subscribe. Thanks for watching.